The story starts with me walking into a trap. A trap I set for myself. Chloe. My ex-girlfriend. The woman who blocked me on every social media platform. Even LinkedIn. She is sitting behind a massive glass desk, overlooking the Manhattan skyline. She looks colder than a New York winter. She is holding my resume like it is a piece of dirty tissue. 5 minutes ago, I walked into her office at Sterling Corp. I didn't even get to speak. She just dropped my resume into the shredder. The sound of the paper tearing was the only sound in the room. Then she looked at me and said one word. Next. The HR manager standing next to her looked terrified. He didn't know what to do. Chloe looked up at me. A cruel smile on her beautiful face. She said, "Ethan, are you lost? This is a business office, not a homeless shelter." I didn't leave. I just stood there, taking in her face. I haven't seen her in 7 years. She is even more beautiful now. Sharp, dangerous and stunning. I fixed my tie and smiled. I bowed slightly. Just a polite guy looking for a job. I said, "Hi Chloe. It is great to see you. I am glad I didn't get kicked out by security." Chloe rolled her eyes. She stood up and walked towards me, her high heels clicking on the floor. She said, "You want a job? You? Ethan the quitter. Ethan the guy who broke my heart and ran away. You want to work for me?" I looked her in the eyes. My voice was steady. "Yes. I want to be your executive assistant." I turned down a CTO position at a big tech firm for this. Chloe laughed. A cold, bitter laugh. "You are lying. Or you are crazy." She leaned in close. I could smell her expensive perfume. She whispered, "Okay Ethan. You want the job. You got it. But I promise you, I will make your life a living hell. Welcome to Sterling Corp. Don't cry when you quit." My first day was brutal. She sent me to the basement to sort files from 1999. It was dusty and hot. But I didn't mind. It gave me time to think. To remember why I am here. Back in high school, we were the power couple. Or at least, the power rivals. I was the scholarship kid from Queens, raised by a single mom. She was the heiress from the Upper East Side, destined for the Ivy League. I wanted her to notice me. So I played a game. A game of numbers. Every test, every exam, I made sure I was exactly 1 point behind her. She was number 1. I was number 2. Always. It drove her crazy. One day in the library, she slammed her calculus book on my table. She said, "Ethan, I know you know the answer to question 5. Why did you skip the last step? Are you making fun of me?" I looked up at her. She was blushing. She looked so cute when she was angry. I smiled and said, "Maybe I just want you to keep looking at me." That was how it started. We fell in love between SAT prep and AP classes. But reality hit us hard senior year. She was going to Harvard. I needed a full ride just to go to state college. My mom got sick. Medical bills were piling up. I knew I couldn't drag her down. I couldn't let her miss her future because of me. So I did the only thing I could. I broke her heart. On the night of prom, I told her I never loved her. I told her she was just a trophy. A rich girl to boost my ego. I told her I was tired of her. I watched her cry in her beautiful dress. And I walked away. It was the hardest thing I ever did. I disappeared. For 7 years. I worked. I coded. I built a tech empire from nothing. I became the ghost CEO of Vanguard Tech. Now I have the money. I have the power. And I am back. To fix the biggest mistake of my life. Back in the present. My phone rang. It was Chloe. Get up here. Now. I ran to her office. She didn't even look at me. She pointed to the door. I want coffee. Oat milk latte. Extra shot. Exactly 190 degrees. From that place on 5th Avenue. You have 10 minutes. If you are late, I am firing you. I smiled. On it, boss. I ran. I got the coffee. I made it back in 9 minutes and 50 seconds. I placed the cup on her desk. I also placed a small box next to it. She looked at it. What is this? I said. A blueberry muffin. I know you get hangry around 3 p.m. She looked shocked. She tried to hide it. But I saw a little flicker in her eyes. She pushed the box away. I didn't ask for this. Get out. But as I walked out, I saw her reach for the muffin. She took a bite. And she smiled. Just a little bit. But it was enough. My hope was short-lived though. Because Brad walked in. Brad. The trust fund baby. The guy her parents want her to marry. He walked in like he owned the place. Wearing a suit that cost more than my first car. Hey Chloe. I missed you, babe. Chloe looked annoyed. But she saw me watching. So she put on a fake smile. Brad. What a surprise. Brad looked at me. Who is the help? I stepped forward. I am Ethan. Miss Sterling's executive assistant. Do you have an appointment? Brad laughed. He pushed me. Get out of my way, servant. I didn't move. I grabbed his wrist. Gently but firmly. I used a little pressure point trick I learned. Brad yelped in pain. Ow! Let go of me. Chloe stood up. Ethan. Let him go. She sounded angry. But her eyes were laughing. I let him go. Brad rubbed his wrist. He looked at Chloe. Fire him. Fire him now. Chloe sighed. Brad, go home. You are disturbing my workflow. And Ethan. Good reflexes. But don't break the guests. She looked at me. And for the first time in 7 years. There was no hate in her eyes. Just curiosity. That night. I was working late. I saw Chloe post a story on Instagram. It was just a black screen. No text. Most people would scroll past it. But I knew. I turned my brightness all the way up. And there it was. Tiny white dots. A picture of the night sky. It was the same view we saw camping in the Hamptons 7 years ago. Before everything went wrong. She hadn't forgotten. I didn't like the post. I didn't comment. I just ordered takeout. Her favorite. Spicy pad thai. I knocked on her door. She looked tired. Her makeup was smudged. I put the food on her desk. She looked at me. Why are you still here, Ethan? I sat down. Because I saw your post. And I figured you were lonely. And hungry. She didn't yell at me. She opened the box. The smell of lime and peanuts filled the room. She took a bite. And then she started to cry. Silent tears running down her face. She said, "Why did you come back? Why now?" I handed her a napkin. I said, "Because I made a fortune. But I was poor. Because I had everything. But I had nothing. I came back for you, Chloe." She threw a chopstick at me. "I hate you. I hate you so much." I smiled. "I know. Eat your noodles." A week later. It was the annual company gala. Chloe looked stunning in a red dress. But she was stressed. Her company was in trouble. Investors were pulling out. A creepy old guy, Mr. Henderson, cornered her by the bar. He was drunk. He touched her arm. "Come on, Chloe. Be nice to me. And maybe I will save your little company." Chloe tried to pull away. "Please, Mr. Henderson. Let's keep this professional." He laughed and grabbed her tighter. I stepped in. I removed his hand from her arm. I dusted off my suit. I said, "Mr. Henderson, I think you have had enough." He turned red. "Who do you think you are? You are just a secretary. I will destroy you. I will buy this company and fire you both." The whole room went quiet. Everyone was watching. Chloe looked scared. "Ethan, don't. He is powerful." I laughed. It was a cold sound. Powerful? I don't think so. I pulled out my phone. I made one call. Put him on the blacklist. Cancel the merger. And buy his stock. Now. I hung up. Mr. Henderson's phone rang. He answered it. His face went pale. He dropped his glass. It shattered on the floor. He looked at me with fear. You are the CEO of Vanguard." Chloe looked at me. Her eyes wide. "Ethan. What is going on?" I turned to her. I took her hand. I said, "Surprise. I am not just a secretary. I am the investor you have been looking for. And I am buying this company. But there is a condition." Chloe whispered. "What condition?" I got down on one knee. Right there in the middle of the ballroom. I pulled out a ring. A ring I bought 7 years ago. I said, "The condition is, you have to marry me." The room gasped. Brad was crying in the corner. Chloe looked at me. She looked at the ring. Then she punched me in the shoulder. Hard. You jerk. You liar. You are impossible. Then she kissed me. And said, "Deal. So here we ourselves. I am no longer the assistant. I am the partner. In business and in life. If you are watching this, and you think it is too late to fix a mistake, it is not. Just make sure you become a billionaire first." Just kidding. Kind of. Love is a long game. Don't be afraid to play it. I am Ethan. And thanks for watching my story. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.